Hey everybody, welcome back again to a little Austin Sports Weekend with Austin, the man here himself. It's time to talk some sports. We got a little bit of everything going on. Got some basketball, baseball, college baseball. Got some coaching almost hires and knots. We got a bunch going on. But before we get started, thanks again for SevereTV.com for setting us up here in the beautiful studios. Thanks again for Autographs Plus for sponsoring us. They got two stores, one in Sevierville, one in Pigeon Forge. They gave us a little Larry Bird signed basketball there. We got that, and because the Celtics seem to be doing pretty good right now, so we got a little Larry Bird signed basketball to sit with us. So that's pretty cool. But like always, we're going to start out with a little
The news bulletin.
the little news bulletin. What do you got for us this week, Austin?
We will start off with a memorial of the late Jerry West.
Yeah, that was really sad that he passed the logo.
The man who was he's a legendary Laker in many ways. He's also a legendary executive.
Yeah.
If you look at his history, and if you look at the teams he's built, he traded for Kobe Bryant in 1996.
Not a bad move.
And he signed Shaquille O'Neal to pair with him.
Not a bad move.
He helped keep Steph Curry and Klay Thompson together when he was with Golden State.
That's pretty not too bad either. I think they won a title or two, didn't they? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So not only is he a good player who led the Lakers against those Bill Russell Celtics for so many years, but also he's a great talent evaluator.
And he is the NBA logo.
And his silhouette is in the logo.
Is his silhouette. So if nothing else, yeah. Sad to see. We've had some NBA greats pass away here lately. So that's sad to see. Prayers for him and his family there. What else you got going for us?
Speaking of green, we've got to green a lot of things because everything's looking green for Boston.
Yeah,
currently.
honestly, I thought that Dallas had a chance in this. I thought maybe Dallas might even win it in 7, to be honest.
But Boston has completely strangled any hope they've had of winning probably a game in this year. I think this is looking like a Boston sweep.
It might go 5. I would hope that. Well, I think Boston is sort of wore out. Well, not Boston, but Dallas. I think Dallas is sort of wore out. They went through that hard series. They went down to 0-2 in the series prior, didn't they?
I think they went down I don't think they were down, but I think they just expended a bunch of their energy. Luka and Kyrie have not played very well during the finals.
I don't think they have anything left in the tank. I think they may be a little bit out of juice. I would hope they would pull it together to maybe win the Friday night game. It would be good to see them do a little something because Luka's been so great. He has looked so good this year.
But it looks like
they may be running out of juice.
And Jason Tatum's got them on the
Boston. They cruised through their series,
and they look like they're just overpowering right now.
They are just overpowering. Yeah, they are.
Boston looks like. Well, what do you expect? It's going to be hard to see the playoffs without seeing the green entirely.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
the Celtics. Yeah,
looking for one win away from championship number 18.
18.
That's how good the Boston Celtics have been.
I hadn't went back and counted the 18.
That's how good of a franchise the Boston Celtics are.
Man, that's crazy.
Just one win away from the Lakers, who happen to have 17.
Oh,
so that tells you how great those two franchises are.
Yeah, back in the day when they went at each other. They probably won't be going at each other much.
Not now much.
Especially because of your next announcement, your next bulletin there.
While the Celtics are looking to go for their 18th championship, the Lakers are sputtering down a toilet drain.
They're
trying to scavenge for any coach that's within a 10-foot vicinity.
Because they put all of their monkeys in a basket, all of their money in a basket.
They put it in the wrong basket.
They put $70 million guaranteed money, not bonus money. $70 million guaranteed money.
To Dan Hurley.
And he said, thanks.
But no thanks.
I'll stay up here in Yukon. When you turn down $70 million.
I told you, the man seemed like he's an East Coast guy.
He's an
lives
East Coast
around the
guy.
Connecticut area.
And
He loves UConn.
And part of it might have been he didn't want to get into the mess that is the Lakers right now. The Lakers are sort of a mess.
Their whole it's not just the GM. We're talking about lead GM too.
Yeah.
Some people say he's not been involved, but I don't think I buy it at this point. I think he's had a hand in it, and it's just been an absolute mess. If that were the case.
Yeah.
They're looking at J.J. Redick, who has zero coaching experience whatsoever.
Oh, that might be good. That way LeBron can coach him and the team.
Man, at some point he has to trim down his ego, you would think.
I don't know. J.J. Redick seems to have a stern personality. I don't know how well that would go. If you've watched him on much of his interviews and stuff, he seems to be has a brash personality, a really, so I don't know how that would fit in with the Eagles, because that's a pretty good size of egos that are on that team. I don't know how that would fit. Now, he may go in there and fit beautifully, but I have my doubts about that one also. What you got on our next one?
The Big 12 is looking to explore name rights with sponsors. For those who have no clue what that is, I'll explain it to you in this way. They're looking to maybe switch out the big in Big 12 and put the sponsor's name of said sponsor company in its place.
What are some big companies that are in the Big 12 range? We know it's not going to be Walmart, because Walmart likes Arkansas. I mean, what are you going to have? Are you going to have the Home Depot 12, or Home Depot's out of Georgia, so it wouldn't be that. I wonder what big team would in the Big 12 area would. Of course, I mean anybody would.
According to this, the big sponsor was CVC Capital Partners.
CVC Capital Partners. I wonder who they're. It could be the Capital Partners Big 12. I don't sound too bad. I'll give you $20 million. Just let me put my name up there in front of you. I know a lot of the teams are going with the sponsors on sleeves now, which personally, it's so bad. Commercialism. And honestly, with college teams going with the NIL program now and people getting paid, I don't think it's too long before
Tennessee has a Food City logo on their jersey.
There won't be a T in the middle of the field, or there will be a Food City logo in the middle of the field.
We've already got Thompson Bowling renamed for no reason, just because of sponsorship.
The Food City Center, yeah.
What has a better ring to it? Tell me what has a better ring to it.
Neyland Stadium or Food City Stadium? Neyland Stadium at Food City? I don't know. I'm sort of over the sponsors, though. But, hey, money's got to come from somewhere. And
we've got something positive to talk about in this next one.
Go ahead. What you got there?
Tom Brady has his number retired by the New England Patriots today, and he has been inducted into their Hall of Fame, and we'll have a statue coming very soon.
If there's any man that deserves a statue outside of a stadium, it's Tom Brady at Gillette Stadium.
I mean, that's just like peanut butter and jelly. I mean, you got to put that on a sandwich.
It would be an insult if they didn't do it. They should put two out there. They should put one for every Super Bowl he's got. Just put a whole parade of them out there. Put seven statues out there, one for each Super Bowl he brought to that place. What you got now?
Virginia extends head coach Tony Bennett through the 2029-30 season.
That's not really bad. He's had a strong program since he's been there. Got a title, national championship under his belt, which is better than a lot of coaches do. So I don't think that's too bad of a thing.
Christian McCaffrey is our Madden 25 cover athlete.
Two sides of that coin. One side is
promotion money.
Congrats. There's got to be some good money for C-Mac on the title of Madden.
Then we get to the tails.
The negative side of that is the Madden curse.
Which it's been very publicized that if you're on the Madden cover, you get a season-ending injury or a bad injury.
I don't know if I was the 49ers, I would worry too much, though. In the last 12 years, they've lost 3 Super Bowls and 4 NFC Championship games. And that was not being cursed. So they haven't won anything not being cursed.
Well,
So-
Kansas City has been their boogeyman. A specific Patrick Mahomes. They probably just hate that guy so much.
Patrick
for all the
Mahomes has
times-
been a lot of people's boogeyman. He's
especially
he's turning
especially the
in
Buffalo Bills.
He's turning into Tom Brady part deux for the rest of the league. As long as he's got a strong team, he's got a 75% chance of winning the Super Bowl.
Now that's just a ridiculous amount. That's a ridiculous chance now. I mean,
It's going to happen.
I thought this new crop of quarterbacks were going to be, competitive in a way.
If he was going to get knocked out, it was last year. They started really bad. Their offensive coordinator, who I still don't have faith in even now,
is a nag, and he still is a nag.
He's still a nag.
Even
But
though Patrick
they
Mahomes
won a
carried
Super
him
Bowl
with a nag.
He put a nag on his back and carried him to the Super Bowl. And so if you can't dethrone him last year,
Then how are you?
when
gonna
are you going to dethrone him?
Man, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson really have to step up their game in the postseason.
They keep adding players and adding players. Buffalo Bills keep subtracting players and subtracting players. So everybody's trying a different formula. Burrow was questioning his mortality in the game this week because of all of his injuries. I think Burrow's got the talent to take one away, but can he stay healthy?
Probably the brightest team that could dethrone Kansas City is the Houston Texans, possibly.
They are coming up pretty fast and pretty furious. Their coaches, their GM has made all the right moves. Seems like everything they have done in the past year and a half has been gold.
They picked C.J. Stroud. They have him fall into their lap.
Yeah.
They give him a great O-line. They give him good receivers.
They picked up another. They stole Buffalo Bills receiver this year.
Stephon Diggs, he says he's happy to be in the Texans organization right now because he's free.
Yeah.
But no shot against Buffalo there. But
No.
but
Honestly,
it's just-
I would in my heart. Again, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm cursed for life, but
you don't have to be
my heart,
that honest.
I am. I'm cursed. But I would, in my heart of hearts, I would love to see Buffalo win a Super Bowl.
But
I feel bad for them back in the 90s when they lost 4 straight. I feel bad for the city. I have been to Buffalo. I have ate the wings. Buffalo's a beautiful
have
city.
you seen them crash their tables yet?
Yeah, I have been there, seen the city. It's a beautiful city. I love the city. I love the people. They're great people. I would love to see Buffalo win a Super Bowl. But how you going to get past Mahomes?
He's been literally torturing them for the past 5 years.
Yeah, but prayers for Christian McCaffrey that he can make it through this season
without injuries.
through that Madden curse. Yeah, what you got now?
Speaking of running backs, we're going to stay with a running back here. Alvin Kamara has a little contract dispute with the Saints.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get a contract redone, and on his side, he's the most talented player on the team. So you probably should pay the man.
And I'm still not a fan of the Saints head coach, Dennis Allen, which I've explained in last season. I've told you his head coaching record, and it's not pretty.
No, it's negative to say the least. Negative would be a positive statement for his coaching record. But, on the other hand, people are not wanting to pay running backs right now. But Kamara is just as much as a receiver as he is a runner.
So that's very valuable.
So he is very valuable. What else you got for us?
Aaron Rodgers and the Jets.
Another.
The Jets just seem to always get into drama every single year.
First of all, who's the oldest player in the NFL?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is 40. I'm a man. I'm 40. He's 40, and he's the oldest player. But honestly, do you think he needs to go to the mini camps?
Well, no.
I don't either. If anybody knows the quarterback position, it's Aaron Rodgers. Now, we hope that he did some off-field stuff, and I actually heard that they did. They did. He got with his receivers and did a lot of off-field practice, a lot of off-field games, a lot of off-field stuff. So he's probably ready for the season right now. So
But he's going to have to wait a few months.
I don't know if he needs to go to all of the mini camps. I'm not really worried about him going to the mini practice. You're talking about practice? I don't know if he needs to go.
Well,
to all of the mini camps. I'm not worried about Aaron Rodgers not going to a mini camp.
You know one thing I am worried about?
I'm worried about his health.
I'm worried about his offensive coordinator, though. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Nathaniel
Hackett. Yeah.
You saw his beautiful offense go to work last year. Didn't
One
you?
of the few coaches that got fired mid-season because he looked so bad. What's your last one you got there for us?
Mike Tomlin deservedly
Yeah.
gets a sign extension with Pittsburgh.
Yep, he is the coach now through 2027.
He gets I mean, every single year. I feel like last year was one of his best coaching jobs
Yeah, to win with that team.
with an offense that had Matt Canada was so bad he got fired in the middle of the season, and they still went to the playoffs.
Yeah.
That tells you how Mike Tomlin is as a head coach.
Yeah, and he got the extension through 2027. How many losing seasons has he had?
Big fat zero.
And
It's still going to probably be that way.
and he's won two Super Bowls? Two
Yeah,
Super Bowls.
He's went to 2 Super Bowls. He's won 1. The
Yeah.
previous one was with Bill Cowher.
Oh, yeah, Bill Cowher won the one right before that. But yeah, I mean, look at some of the coaches that's out there right now. Can you do better?
I don't think you can do better than
I
Tomlin.
don't know. Can do better. All right, we'll jump into a little bit of Tennessee stuff. I always got to close out with a little Tennessee stuff.
And the bulletin has ceased this week.
Okay, jumping into a little bit of Tennessee stuff. We'll do just a quick little football thing, just because it's 12 weeks till Tennessee football.
And there are high
12
expectations
weeks
here.
till Tennessee football.
High expectations are coming.
Yeah, Tennessee has been picked by one of the sportscasters this week to make the 12-team playoff. I'm really looking forward to that 12-team playoff. I think it's going to take it to the next level. Yeah,
It's going to improve bowl season.
and this is Tennessee, the Tennessee Volunteers' projected offense. We will have at quarterback Nico.
No surprise there.
No surprise there. At running back, Dylan Sampson.
No surprise.
No surprise there. Our wide receiver, Squirrel White.
No surprise there.
Brew McCoy.
No surprise there.
A transfer in, Chris Braswell II.
That's one transfer I didn't think we would get.
Me neither. And a rookie, Mike Matthews. We are looking to have a superb. That offense right there is just, on paper, that offense is the best offense we've had in 15 years.
It all has to be put together, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Tennessee also has the number one ranked player for the draft next year coming in. So our defense is really, really good.
well, this is a make or break year for both of our coordinators. I'd really have to emphasize that.
Yeah. With the talent that we've got, we need to make that 12-team playoff. Now, I'm not saying we need to win the national championship, but we need to go 9-3, 10-2, make that playoff, win a game in the playoff would be sweet, and then take the next step. We need to just take that next step.
Joey Halsell and Tim Banks, they've got to have the heat is on for them, I think.
Yeah, as far as the recruiting trail, we're great in the recruiting trail right now. The number 2 player in the country, Sanders, is coming for his official visit. He's been here like 5 or 6 times, but his official visit this weekend. And we're looking really strong with him. There's another offensive lineman out there that's really good also that we're looking pretty good with. We picked up a 4-star linebacker. Wednesday, I think he was, that he committed to us. So we've got a 5-star quarterback starting. We've got a 4-star quarterback sitting on the bench. That is, the people say it's fantastic. We've got a 5-star quarterback coming in next year, and we are also favored right now for the number 1 player in the country, the quarterback coming after that. So Tennessee's future is looking up, and I just want to talk about Tennessee's football future there real good. The current Tennessee stuff is the baseball team. The Tennessee baseball team has made the World Series.
Well,
We are
Omaha,
in the elite.
Omaha.
We are in the Elite 8.
Omaha.
Yeah, for people who don't know how the baseball breakdown works, your super regionals are the Sweet 16. The World Series is the Elite 8, and of course after the first round of the World Series, you have the Final Four and then the national championship game. So Tennessee, for the 3rd time out of the last 4 years, is an Elite 8 team. If you want to put it in basketball terms, to let you know how good that is. It's hard to say, okay, they're in the World Series. Woo-hoo. No, that is the Elite 8. So Tennessee baseball has been in the Elite 8 3 out of the past 4 years, and the Sweet 16 4 years in a row. And right now, we are the betting odds to win the title. At plus 290, Texas A&M, not Kentucky. I thought Kentucky would be number, but Texas A&M plus 350, Kentucky plus 450, North Carolina, Florida State, NC State, Virginia, and Florida capping out. And it is funny that the World Series, 4 SEC teams made it, 4 ACC teams made it. So that just speaks volumes about the level of baseball in those two conferences, really. And see, here it is. For the third time in 4 years, the Vols are headed to Omaha. They've won 55 games right now. They lead the nation with 173 home runs. They're only 15 home runs away from the all-time record, which I'm hoping they play long enough in the World Series to break that record. They are ranked number 1 in the nation. They won the SEC regular season. They won the SEC tournament. And now they're the number 1 overall seed in the tournament. The roster's loaded. I actually heard today that we currently have 6 people on our roster that are in the top 100 prospects for the MLB next year. That's some talent. When almost, when 6%, or probably more than how many is, 6 out of your roster, how many is ever on your roster is picked to go in the draft in the top 100? That's pretty crazy. But shout outs to Tennessee baseball. They are playing Florida State this Friday night. We have Friday, we got Virginia, North Carolina at 2 p.m. That's the day game. And thank goodness Tennessee plays better night games, I do think. Florida State, Tennessee is the night game on Friday. And then Saturday, we got NC State, Kentucky at 2 p.m. and then the night game on Saturday will be Florida, Texas A&M. So 3 out of the 4 teams in one side is SEC, and 3 out of the 4 teams on the other side is ACC. So it's fun.
Most of those schools are in the southern U.S.
Yeah.
Not to boast or anything, but I just want to point that out.
We love our sports. We love our sports. Anyways, that is sports for this week. We hope you had a little fun with us. If there's anything you'd like for us to cover going on right now, give us a shout, leave a little message somewhere, and we'll be sure to jump on it and try to get you some numbers and some information on it. Thanks again for Severe TV for setting us up here, and thanks again for Autographs Plus for sponsoring us. Be sure and go by and check them out. Other than that, we will see you next week.
See you next week.